Give me 23 min and I'll build you bulletproof mentality. Let's get brutally real for a second. Is your mind your ultimate weapon? Or is it your personal wrecking ball? Honestly, for most people, it's both. This thing between your ears builds entire worlds, dreams up wild success stories, and constructs crippling fears before you've even had your first cup of coffee. But here is the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to tell you. Your current mentality might be quietly chewing holes in your potential like a termite in a wooden house. We live in the golden age of easy. If you are hungry, you press a button. If you are bored, you scroll. If you are tired, you binge watch TV for hours. The world is engineered to keep you soft. It lulls you into thinking that comfort is the goal. But here is the reality check. Life doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you are stressed, if the economy is bad, or if Mercury is in retrograde. Heartbreak, rejection, and failure do not RSVP politely before they crash into your life. They kick the door down. And if you have spent your life prioritizing comfort, you will be crushed, not because you are weak, but because you bought into the lie that mental toughness is optional. It is not optional, it is the requirement. If you give me your attention for the next few minutes, we are going to dismantle the lies holding you back and build a mindset that is truly bulletproof. The great scam. Waiting until you feel ready. Most people spend their entire lives in the waiting room. They are waiting for motivation. They are waiting for confidence. They are waiting for the stars to align. Let me save you decades of wasted time. Waiting until you feel ready is a total scam. Motivation is a myth. It is a feeling, and like all feelings, it is temporary. If you wait until you feel like doing the hard work, you will never do it. Your brain is ancient hardware designed to keep you safe and comfortable, not to make you a legend. It will always choose the path of least resistance. To build a bulletproof mentality, you must understand that comfort is the enemy of confidence. You cannot build strength in a safe space. Strength is not built when everything is easy, it is built in the mess, in the sweat, and in the moments you want to quit but don't. Meet the 4 undercover agents sabotaging your life. To fix your mindset, you first have to identify the enemy. It's not your boss, your bank account, or your ex. The real enemies are 4 specific voices inside your head that are running a covert operation to keep you small. 1. Doubt. The fake friend. Doubt is a pro. It slides in smoothly right when you are about to do something brave. It whispers, "Are you sure you can handle this? What if you fail? What if people laugh?" Doubt masquerades as prudence, but it is actually a sabotage agent. It feeds on hesitation. If you listen to it, your momentum crumbles. 2. The excuse machine. The smooth talker. This is the most dangerous voice because it sounds so comforting. It tells you, "You worked hard today. You deserve a break. You can do it tomorrow." Tomorrow is the magical land where 99% of human potential goes to die. The excuse machine convinces you that skipping the work is self-care. But every time you listen to it, you teach your brain a dangerous lesson. Your word means nothing. 3. The comparison monster. The joy thief. You are feeling good about your progress. And then you open social media. Boom, you see someone younger than you, richer than you, with a better body and a happier life. Suddenly, your hard work feels pointless. The comparison monster tricks you by showing you everyone else's highlight reel, while you are stuck looking at your messy, behind the scenes. It drains your energy by forcing you to run a race you never signed up for. 4. The perfectionist parasite. The stall tactic. This voice pretends to be your ally. It says, "Let's not rush. We need more information. It has to be perfect before we launch." It sounds responsible, but perfectionism is just fear in a fancy suit. It is a stalling tactic to keep you from facing the possibility of failure. As long as you are planning, you don't have to risk anything. The solution: the entrance fee and the radio. So, how do we defeat these 4 enemies? Do we fight them? Do we try to silence them forever? No, that is exhausting and impossible. These voices are part of the human experience. Even the most successful people on earth hear them. The difference is, they don't let these voices drive the car. Struggle isn't the enemy, it's the entrance fee. You need to reframe your relationship with pain. When you feel resistance, when you feel fear, when you feel the urge to quit, that is not a sign that something is wrong. That is a sign that you are alive. That is the entrance fee you must pay to level up. If you aren't paying it, you aren't growing. Your mind is a radio. For years, you have been passively listening to Doubt FM and Excuse Radio. You thought you had to listen to whatever was playing. But the bulletproof mentality begins the moment you realize you hold the dial. You cannot stop the signal. The doubts and excuses will always be broadcast in the background, but you can change the station. When the excuse machine says, "Do it tomorrow," you change the channel to action and say, "I'm doing it now." When doubt says, "You're not ready," you change the channel and say, "I'm doing it anyway." You don't fight your thoughts, you outgrow them. By taking action despite the noise, you render the noise irrelevant. You drown out the fear with the volume of your execution. Conclusion: become the Nokia phone of humans. Confidence doesn't come from affirmations or looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're pretty. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every time you ignore an excuse, you stack a win. Every time you push through the awkwardness of being a beginner, you add a layer of armor. Slowly, quietly, but undeniably, you transform. You want to be the human version of an old Nokia phone, indestructible. You want to be the person who can take a hit, fall down, and stand back up laughing because you know your own strength. So, stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting to feel like it. Stop playing small. The world is tough, but you can be tougher. Turn off the noise. Tune into your own frequency. And start building. Right now. No filters. No excuses. Just you and the work. That is how you become bulletproof.